Besides evidence, detectives rely heavily on witnesses in capturing the culprit. But what happens when the detective realizes that the witness is the killer?
You think we the one who did it?
100%.
Hold on, they just said, what happened if the witness is the killer? Hold on. I know I did not hear that correctly.
100%.
On July 23, 2020, a witness called 911 to report a shooting in Orlando, Florida. When the police arrived, they found the body of 41-year-old Eloy LeBron, a former flight attendant from Miami, inside his white Toyota. After gathering surveillance footage and witness testimonies during the commission of the crime, the detectives were led to 19-year-old cousins Marquia Hamilton and Jaria Shield, who were driving a white...
So I'm not, stereotyping or anything like that, but if you look at the picture they showed of the flight attendant, and then if you look at the picture that they showed us of them, why would they murder this guy? Like, he said the witness was the murderer, but I'm gonna shut my mouth so we can go ahead and watch this video.
Who were driving a white sedan in the same area where the shots were fired.
The passenger, it's like he goes like that and he was shooting like that.
His arm shooting over the top of the vehicle.
Over the top of the car. I think he could have shot the other guy in the hand, you know what I mean?
Okay.
The way he was
shooting.
Yeah.
This man, who was one of the key witnesses in the shooting, initially thought the killers were two males. This led detectives to believe that Hamilton and Shield, who were passengers in the car used by the shooter, might have just been witnesses when the incident happened. Could there be other passengers in the car? Who could they be? And were Hamilton and Shield trying to protect the suspects? For 2 months, the case remained unsolved. Yet the detectives knew Hamilton and Shield held the key to the suspect's identity, so they interrogated them, starting with Hamilton.
Like, y'all want me to just say I was shooting, which I was not shooting. I never pulled a trigger in a day of my life.
Do I think either one of you were the actual trigger people? I would be very, very surprised, and I've been doing this 10 years. I just can't see the animosity in your heart or in your cousin's heart.
Initially, the detective is convinced that Hamilton and Shield are just witnesses. She asks Hamilton if she and her cousin were riding with their boyfriends at the time of the shooting, which Hamilton denies.
What we can't get past is how those shots came from your car. If you're in the front passenger seat where you said you were, and Jaria is driving, which you and her both said she was, if the two of you don't fire those guns, who did?
Finally, the detective starts to question her beliefs and sees Hamilton in a different light.
You're telling me you girls were the only ones in the car.
Yeah, we was.
So maybe I'm misreading you.
I think I pulled the trigger.
Now, she said, maybe I'm misreading you. That lady right there, maybe I'm misreading you. So, from what the guy was saying, because he's the key witness, she's on the passenger side. He said that motherfucker was shooting over like this. So think about if you on the passenger side and you shooting over like this, you a motherfucking shooter, boy. I don't even see how they can do that. But we about to listen to the rest of this, and then once the video over with, I'm gonna say what I say, and then y'all can go ahead and comment down below.
I pulled the trigger.
Maybe I'm misreading you. Maybe both you girls are much more badasses than I ever imagined.
Hamilton's calm composure quickly shifts. She rocks back and forth, looking bothered as the interrogation continues. Listen carefully, because what she says next gives her away.
My thing is, I wouldn't put my hand out to shoot nothing. This gonna identify me off rip. I got a tattoo that's gonna identify. Either way it goes. If I shot my hand this way or through the passenger, I got something that's gonna identify, and I cannot deny these tattoos.
As Hamilton shows off the tattoos on her right arm, the detective immediately recognizes that Hamilton's arm is newly inked and the tattoo couldn't have been there during the shooting. She's lying. But more than the tattoo, what gave Hamilton away was how she gestured how the shooting was done from inside the car, just as the witness had described it earlier.
Either way it goes. If I shot my hand this way or through the passenger, I got something that's gonna identify, and I cannot deny these tattoos.
The passenger, it's like he goes like that and he was shooting like that.
And just like that.
It's crazy that you think like that.
I didn't before about 5 minutes ago. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't until you did the thing with the tattoo in the arm.
Are we done here?
I'm not sure.
And just like that, Marquia Hamilton is exposed. Yes, Marquia Hamilton is finally done for. She was arrested for manslaughter with a firearm. If convicted, Hamilton could face up to 30 years in prison.
God dang. 30 years in prison for no reason. Now, whoever loved the flight attendant is mourning his death. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the same. And then you doing 30 years, now your life is gone because you on the inside. Now, you pretty much is done for, you know. Unless you go in there and reshape your life and you can get out maybe a little bit early. I don't know how this stuff works in jail. And I'm not trying to understand that system because I hope I never have to go there, and I hope none of my kids and, you know, I'm saying shit like that. But y'all gotta start educating people on how they running their lives and other people's lives when stuff like this happens.